start by saying how excited we are that we're celebrating 30 years and what a fantastic milestone. And obviously, when we started the company, it was a true partnership. It was just the two of us. It was a great partnership. Steve and I split our responsibilities. We both brought something different to the table. I was doing more production, and Steve was doing, obviously, the fundraising for the clients. And through that partnership, we just grew and started hiring more and more people.
So partnership essentially has been a critical part in a philosophy of this company since the beginning. As you just described, you and I started it together, and we were surely in partnership. And then as we began to hire more and more people, we're now up to 70 or 75 folks. Partnership among us, partnership with clients, all of that is essential and just a part of the philosophy that we use every day. It's entrepreneurial, it's team and orientation. And it is designed to rely on and trust each other as we serve our clients. And that has worked extremely well for the last 30 years. Partnership is key to the philosophy of Orr Group, and that carries through surely to the client. We created a term called embedded partnership, which to us means that we become part of the client's team. We work seamlessly with them at all levels. And that has turned out to be a very effective and valuable approach because it helps the client succeed. And it brings resources and talent to otherwise a client that obviously needs more, because that's why they're retaining us and partnering with us.
It was about 10 years ago, or maybe 15, that we started doing client wrap-up meetings. And through those meetings, we found that our clients wanted us to take them to the future, not just give them a strategy or a plan or a goal, but to walk the walk with them and take them to the finish line to meet that goal. And that's when we really started becoming embedded with our partners. And it's been a huge success. We don't come in to our client, tell them what to do, give them a strategy or a strategic plan, feasibility study, and walk out. We stay with them through the very end of their fundraising goals. So I think that, in fact, has really been for us what we call an embedded partnership.
So Carol, as you were saying, it's been really a critical philosophy of the company to create this embedded relationship. And really it comes down to hiring the right people. So when you've been, listening to the clients and getting feedback, that informs us as to how to do better hiring work and hiring the talent that really meets that kind of need.
The biggest asset, I think, at Orr Group, or one of them, are the people. And I think hiring has been key to that. And we look for people that are wanting to get involved with the client and want to work in a team environment and want to be mentored by their fellow employees, both up and down. And that has been a key to our success, is our people.
And I would say the most critical variable is honesty and trustworthiness. If they trust us to give them the right answer, we surely know the business extremely well, but bringing it to them in a form that they can understand, and that it might be harsh, but they will trust that we are giving them real feedback on what they need to do, what they should be doing, what they're not doing, those types of things. Because we started 50-50 as partners. We built the business together, each of us sort of staying in our own lane as to the value that we brought to the company. And I was saying to somebody the other day, I don't think we've ever had a serious quarrel or fight in this business, at least on strategy issues. May have gotten into some entanglements on tactics. But I do what I do, fundraise, strategy, and other things. Carol is a producer. She's an expert in HR, all of variables which are so critical to our business. Hiring, as you said, is the most important variable to be successful in a partnership.
I think a true partnership is when you have different talents, you have different expertise, and you both everyone respects what the other one brings to the table. And the listening and trusting the other person is so important. And so that's been very like a marriage. I mean, it's really, really.
And remember, so many years ago, we created the concept of team equity. And what that means is that each member of our team, and we typically have 4 or 5 person teams, you respect the other person, you respect their workload, you respect what they know and don't know, and you look for complementary approaches to strategy and to bringing the services to clients. And that really, really works. So I think it did begin with you and I showing that as a team, as in everything we do elsewhere, not just Orr Group, but it works. And that has infused itself, I think, into the company, and that's become a major tenet of the company, and it exists in full strength today, 30 years later.